WCTO9 coverage of the 2022 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade, sponsored by Chick-fil-A restaurants in Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky.
Welcome, everyone, to what is arguably the greatest day in Cincinnati every single time it gets to happen. Of course, it's Reds Opening Day and the Reds Opening Day Parade, and you're looking at the parade route right now, starting to fill up with people waiting to watch this thing come by them. They haven't had this opportunity since 2019. I'm Tanya Rourke alongside Craig McKee, of course.
And the 103rd year for this Findlay Market Opening Day Parade. And, you know, an hour ago, you were like, all right, where are the fans? But they are filling in left and right now.
They found their way here, didn't they? By the way, can I just mention that we pulled him out of retirement for the day. John Popovich,
yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us, my friend.
To work with the two of you, I love it. I love this day.
I love this day, too. We got to get up. Evan, though, our Evan Milward standing by at the start of the parade up at Findlay Market of Evan.
Tanya, Craig, Popo, so good to see you. So good to be here at the start of the parade. We've been waiting 2 years to do this, and I'll get out of the way. You can see we're about ready to kick this thing off. Roz is about ready to blow this thing up so we can get this started. By the way, Barry Larkin, your Grand Marshal here, is going to blow the horn on this fire truck, the first paid professional fire department, kicking off the opening day parade for the first professional baseball team. Barry Larkin's going to do this here in just a minute. Why don't we talk to him here live?
1990
Why we do this?
And the Olympics in 1984. So I'm looking forward to this, but the energy is 100% real, and I think the people in Cincinnati are going to be proud about what they're seeing on the field this year. Listen, the Reds have a lot of pressure. We have to hold serve because everything good sports-wise is happening in the city with the Bengals, with UC and football, and Xavier winning the NIT. It's time for us to hold serve.
We talked earlier this week, we talked last week, and you said that you were looking for most of the interaction with the fans here. You probably don't get many opportunities to interact with fans on a scale this large.
Right.
Looking around, is it a little overwhelming?
I wouldn't say overwhelming, but it's as I predicted. You know, it's nice. It's great to be part of it. See, the difference is now that I don't have to worry about going out there and playing baseball.
I think you still could, though.
I could play one time. Once, then I have to recover. But, you know, the difference is now that I am a fan. So I am. You know, a lady came up to me, she said, I'm just a normal fan. I said, and I am too. I am a fan of this team, a fan of this city, and the energy here is real. It's a really wonderful thing to be part of.
Well, this city loves its hometown heroes, and it looks like we're ready to kick things off.
Yes.
Ringing that bell.
You ready to blow that horn?
I'm ready to do it. Let's go.
Follow me, Barry. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
All right, this is the official kickoff, y'all. If you're not
Barry
familiar with this, Barry Larkin, the Grand Marshal, is going to blow the horn on Engine 5. Engine 5's been part of every parade for opening day. And that's it. That's how you start a Reds opening day Findlay Market Parade. Let's go. All right, Barry, you did it. You did it. How's it feel?
Feels awesome, bro. It's time to get it on. Let's go.
All right. You said earlier that you hope this brings good luck, keeps the tradition this year going, because every time you've been part of this parade, it's been a year of good luck.
Olympics, 1990 World Championship, and this opening day parade right here. Hopefully a good omen.
When you get to the ballpark today, what's that going to feel like?
Well, once again, I'm going to get to the ballpark early before the stands open, so I'm going to be in anticipation. But once the stands fill, the energy, it's all about the energy. So the players react to the energy. It's all about the energy.
We've waited 2 years for it. Have fun. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
There you go, your Grand Marshal for this Findlay Market Opening Day Parade. Barry Larkin kicking it off as the parade steps off here at Race and Liberty Street and over the Rhine. You know who else we have over here? We have Neil Lucan with the opening day parade, Findlay Market.
Oh, sorry. All right, never mind. Evan, we appreciate you, but we're going to take it from here for a second. Great to see Barry Larkin out there talking about how much he's a fan now and he gets to be part of this opening day. It's a perfect weather opening day.
It really is a perfect, opening. We do have a little cloud cover here, but hey, you know what? It's not raining like yesterday, and it's
snowing.
Not like raining or snowing like, maybe tomorrow. Let's go out to Chief Meteorologist Steve Raleigh. Steve, you know what? This all landed on your shoulders, and it worked out.
I'm always like this, guys, when this day comes forward. You know, it really is. There are 2 days of the year, this day and the 4th of July. But as Tanya said at the outset, this is the greatest day in Cincinnati every single year. So we're out here on Race Street. My job will bring you, well, some of the flavor, some of the folks that are here, the folks who are seeing it for the first time, the longest time, and anywhere in between as well. But let's talk about the weather. We've had some pretty nice conditions out here. In the past hour, 62 degrees where we stand right downtown, and temperatures across the area, you'll notice also in the 60s. And the good news, we're not seeing any showers. I hope I don't get booed by the crowd, but there is a slight chance of a shower this afternoon, maybe about 20-30%. Take a look at my forecast, and you'll see what we're looking at over the next several hours. But generally, what we're talking about is 68 degrees at first pitch when Tyler Mahle throws it and starts mowing down the Guardians. So overall, we're looking really good. You know, one of the factors about being out here is talking to everybody on the parade route and seeing it. Hold on one second. Taxi? Taxi. Yes, very good. Oh, here's my man Scott right on cue. Okay, Matty, go ahead, jump in. I'll jump in right behind you. I'm going to give you a little first-person account. Scott, it must be fun to be able to drive up and down the parade route.
Hi, Steve. It's great. We are really glad that it's back. It's been 3 years, and we've been super excited about the Reds. Go Reds!
I imagine so. Of course, Scott is a volunteer with the good folks who run the parade from Findlay Market. Hello, folks. How are you? Hey! Boy, Matty, this is pretty good. This just seems like we're really in the parade. Hi, kids. How are you? Hey! Well, listen, we've got a lot to show and tell you. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Stephen. I got to tell you, a little bit ago, as we were waiting for this parade to begin, maybe about an hour ago, I started seeing people really start filling in around us here at Court and Race. And so I stopped by a couple to ask them about why they're here today. Take a listen.
So this is our second time.
Really? Just your second time?
Yes, I know. It's terrible.
That's okay.
First time going to opening day.
But aren't you so glad it's back, you guys?
Oh my gosh, it's so nice to be normal.
No idea.
Yeah, well, we do have an idea because I think all of us can vouch for all of you and how you feel about the fact that we had to take a 2-year break because of a pandemic to have this parade. Of course, baseball went on, but, you know, it just wasn't the same.
You had cardboard cutouts in the stands of fans, you know.
But we do have a game, Popo.
Yeah, and, you know, you hear people talking terms of superlatives all the time about this. It's like Easter, it's like Christmas, it's like the state fair. Well, now, after a 2-year absence, it's even better. And let's go, the reason we're here, the parade is here, is because of a ball game. And Caleb No is down at Great American Ballpark. Caleb?
Hey guys, good afternoon. Good to hear from you, Popo, man. I hope you're doing great. Listen, first things first, I don't know if Steve Raleigh knows this. He seems pretty excited out there. I've been promising the weather department for days now, like almost a week at this point, that if we have good weather today, I will buy donuts for the entire weather department. I don't know if he knows about that yet, but he sounded pretty excited, so I can only assume that's why. I will tell you though, as soon as I feel a raindrop on my head today, the deal is off. No donuts for the weather department. Let's talk about this baseball game coming up today. The Reds taking on the Guardians. The Reds are a fascinating team this season. A lot of new guys. There's a lot of guys from last season's roster that you're not going to see walk out on this field today. Nick Castellanos, Amir Garrett, Sonny Gray, Jesse Winker, Gino Suarez. That list goes on. There's a nice crop of young guys on this roster that makes this Reds team a real fascinating study going into this season. They split that series against the Braves this past weekend. We will talk about that some more coming up throughout today's parade coverage. For now, I'm going to send it back to you guys out there, though.
All right, thanks so much, Caleb. And we can hear the parade getting closer and closer to our location, those sirens coming at us. I think we have a shot here. Yeah, there are the police officers on their motorcycles. The first entry, of course, is Rozzie's famous fireworks, which has been around these parts since 1895. But we're getting to show, there's Gapper kissing to the crowd, saying hello and thank you, and the motorcycle cops. Wow.
There's a lot
Don't
of
ask
them.
me to do that.
Wouldn't you love to be able to do that, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be so much fun.
I mean, I guess there has to be a lot of skills tests involved if you're going to be a motorcycle police officer. Pretty great stuff. A quick mention about what Caleb said about he's buying donuts for the entire weather department. Don't get excited, folks. That's 4 people. So he's not like coming a lot out of pocket here.
And he did say 1 raindrop and the deal's up.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'll give him the
you know.
$2 for
Listen,
the 4
we're gonna
donuts.
we're gonna take a short commercial break here. We're gonna come back as the start of the parade comes up here. We're gonna show it all to you. Stay right here.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, you see that answer there. 1920, the first parade. Welcome back to the 103rd Findlay Market Reds Opening Day Parade. We want to get over to Evan Millward, though. He has a very special guest right now. Evan.
Yeah, Brennaman here. Marty, how's it feel to be back?
It's nice. This parade is special. This is the thing that makes it special as far as baseball is concerned, as far as opening days. This parade's what it's all about.
Look, it's some publicity for the program, too, right? You know, you get to get out and talk about baseball now.
Yeah.
And getting kids involved with baseball. Look, there's nothing more exciting for a kid who's interested in baseball than an opening day.
Especially in this town. This is completely different than anywhere else.
Well, I think, too, after the 2-year hiatus, the crowd's going to be huge today, Marty.
I hope so, Frank. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. And what about that series in Atlanta, right? I mean, everybody's like, wait a second, where to go? But they showed up.
They sure did. It was impressive, and, you know, it is what it is.
What do you make of the odds this season? What do you make of the
They've got overwhelming odds to overcome. I mean, anytime that you're not a Dodgers or you're not a Braves or you're not a Red Sox, the number of ifs increase for a club that's trying to create a miracle of ifs. And there are a lot of ifs about this team that if they all break right, they can surprise a lot of people.
Kind of like the Bengals did for some folks, right?
Absolutely. That was what if Reds could do what they did, we'd be happy with that.
Well, thank you very much.
Marty Brennaman, good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you from here on Race Street.
You guys have a great day. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Wow, great to see Marty Brennaman involved in this opening day, along with his wife Amanda, of course. There, always great to see him.
And you know, he's like a lot of the sports media. They never got to see the parade for years. We were down at the stadium. It was really cool when you were able to finally get here and see the energy and the spirit that the fans bring to this parade.
Of course, one thing that is really big when it comes to opening day, you know, that first pitch.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's huge, huge.
And there's some history tied to this.
There is. And you know what? Perhaps everyone's favorite opening day pitch was by former Mayor Mark Mallory. Take a look. Oh, what? Where did that go?
Look at Eric Davis.
He's looking
Davis
around
is
for
like,
it.
What? Huh? Where did that go?
He missed by like 30 feet.
I mean, it went like left. It didn't even go straight.
Yeah.
And but he got a lot of hay out of that. He was on every talk show after that one. And actually coming by us here right now, we're seeing interim police chief, Fiji, right now. She's popping by where we are, but that video right there, that is priceless. Let's go out to Steve Raleigh. Of course, he's on the parade route. Steve.
Yeah, I sure am. In fact, I got to stand up here, Avery. Stand up. Hold up your banner. Official teenager, 13 years old. Today, happy birthday.
Well, when all the Reds got pushed back, it was very interesting because it landed today on my birthday.
Oh, wow. I know your mom and your aunt, your grandma, you're all first timers, right?
Yeah.
So is it as exciting as I think it is?
Yeah, because we've never been to opening day, so it got pushed back onto my birthday, 13. And my grandma's never been, because every time she went to opening day, it was just the game, and it was never really a good game.
Oh, that is fantastic. Well, all right. Happy birthday, Avery.
Thank you.
Way to go, Mom. Nice idea. That's terrific. Behind me, you'll see some of the folks who are starting, and they've got some kind of flame throwing. Oh, hello, officer. How are you? Nice to see you, Lieutenant. Nice to see you. So folks all walking the parade route here. And in fact, let me turn you around just for a second so you see what's coming down. We got a bunch of folks on top of the CFD coming our way, walking down. I think he's a little worried we're in his way. But is that who's on top? Is Barry Larkin on top? Evan got a nice chat with him, so we're going to go ahead and get back. Well, there he is right there. I see, yeah, there he is. Okay, well, we'll go back to you guys, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, Steve, thanks so much. It is so great. Cincinnati Fire Department has, of course, oldest professional fire department in the country. And everyone, we get to wave at people as they come by. It's so great to see everyone full of smiles out here today.
A big showing for the fire department. 2 engines, 3 engines, and everybody stacked on top, of course. April 1st, 1853 is when they were founded. And I find it interesting, the start of baseball, obviously, the Cincinnati Reds, professional league, and then the fire department as well.
And then, we always talk about this isn't Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. You got the fire trucks and everything, and that's what's so beautiful about the kids coming down and being able to see something like this close up. I mean, they're looking on from the curb.
It's a community parade. It's the way I've tried to describe it to everyone who's new to Cincinnati who asks me, what's this all about? It's a community parade. It's the community's parade. Findlay Market puts it on. We're grateful for it. And as you can see, the U.S. Coast Guard coming by with their literally a float, right? A boat.
Yeah, if it did start raining today, we'd be all right because the U.S. Coast Guard is here taking care of all of us. And, you talk about that first experience, and, of course, some people here, this is their first experience coming down to this parade. I know when I first arrived in Cincinnati, you guys are like, Reds opening day, Reds opening day. I'm like, what does this mean? Yeah. What does this mean? But when you see 5, 6, 7 people deep on the sidewalks here, especially behind us here, it's amazing when you first see this.
When I was a kid, I grew up in Finneytown. My dad would broadcast the Reds games. He worked for the TV station that did that at the time. And we literally got to get out of school. And it's a thing here in Cincinnati, getting out of school to go watch the parade. We know Evan is with the mayor right now. So let's go over to Evan and see what's happening up there.
Yep, Mayor Aftab Piraval here on the parade route with us on Race Street. All right, it's the unofficial holiday in Cincinnati. Look, you come into office, and the Bengals go to the Super Bowl. Right. Xavier wins the NIT. Now the Reds are here. Are you over this yet? Does it get tiring?
Look, based on that success, we have so much hope and optimism for our Redlegs, so much hope and optimism for this summer. It's been 2 really hard years for our city and for the country, and so glad to see people coming back together again and celebrating what makes Cincinnati so special.
Yeah, we've waited 2 years for a parade, for a full-out opening day at the ballpark.
That's exactly right.
So one of the things, not to get too newsy on parade coverage, but we talked about using the Super Bowl to sell Cincinnati and try and get businesses. A lot of people don't understand where you're not from here. They don't understand what all this is, opening day. How do you use this to sell the city to people?
Well, what makes Cincinnati special is our tradition and our history and our past. how much we embrace our sports and sports culture here. But there's so much more to what makes us special. And so what we tried to do as city leaders is use these opportunities that our sports teams create to tell our story about Cincinnati and our region. Because of that, we were able to get $4 billion in earned media on Cincinnati during the Super Bowl. And we expect to do similar things as the Reds have success this summer.
Absolutely. Hey, look, split a series against the World Series champs.
That's right.
You got to love it, right?
Oh, we do. It's going to be a great season.
All right. Mayor Halftime Hero Ball live with us. Happy opening day. We'll see you at the ballpark.
It's so great to see everyone celebrating today. We have such pent-up energy in this town. So exciting to be back with this parade.
And we had a window of good weather. I mean, when you think about it, there's rain yesterday, rain tomorrow, but right smack dab in the middle, we have a nice dry day. It's very pleasant out here.
A little bit better than last year.
A little bit better when it was so cold. But honestly, I felt like God was smiling on Cincinnati Reds fans today. And here it is. The sun is kind of coming through today. At least it's warm. We'll be back with more of this Reds opening day parade coverage in just a moment.
When I received this hat for being a hometown hero, I'm a Marine, Vietnam era veteran, and I got the honor of being recognized as one of the Reds games.
Touched you.
It touched me.
Pete Rose debuts. I mean, how would you ever have a hit that you were looking at the future hit king of baseball, watching him in those at-bats on opening day 1963, or opening day 1956, Frank Robinson debuts. He becomes Rookie of the Year and, of course, a Hall of Famer and probably one of the 20 or 25 greatest players of all time.
Yeah, of course, Mr. Rhodes there, Cincinnati Reds historian with some of the backstory. We'll have more on some of those new players in just a moment, but this parade is continuing.
It is, and we got to get out to Steve Raleigh. He's with the Bagpipers from Hamilton County Sheriff's Department. Steve.
Hamilton County Pipe and Drum Corps. Hey, Steve, tell me, how often do you guys practice? You sound great.
We practice every Monday night at the headquarters out on Hamilton Avenue.
Uh-huh.
This is the proudest band in the city.
Let me tell you something.
This is the longest running bagpipe band in the city.
Longest running?
Longest running bagpipe solo. These guys are tops. These are all volunteer guys that give up their time for Sheriff McGuffey. And I'll tell you what, they are very proud marching this parade.
Well, I tell you what, Steve, you sound great. Can we hear a little something? Can we get something going? Here we go. God bless. As they do that, you'll hear him in the background. Let me get Sheriff McGuffey here. Where is she? I'm just looking. Oh, there she is. Here, spin around, Maddie. Come on with me. Sheriff, I know you're proud of these folks. They work so hard.
I am so proud of them. And I'm also proud of everybody on this parade route. Look at this.
I know. There's
this
so much
is Cincinnati
energy
pride right here.
Oh, you're so right,
I
Sheriff.
love it.
Well, I'm not going to hold you. Otherwise, you'll have to run. Thank you. So you get the idea. We've got the other sheriffs kind of things. Oh, there's Gapper. Come here, Maddie. Come on. Let's go down and get Gapper. We'll see you shoot down here real quick. See if Gapper can at least say hello to us. All the kids always love to see him. Gapper! Gapper, we're on Channel 9 Live. It's so great to see you. Are you excited about this year? Oh, I bet you are. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting year, isn't it? Oh, I know it is. All right, thanks, Gapper. Thank you. Look at the crowd cheer when Gapper goes by. He's so much fun. He's got this down, doesn't he? He really does. All right, so we'll see you in a couple of minutes. We're going to talk to some folks when we come back in just a couple. Just checking who's next here. Oh, here comes Barry Larkin. Evan had a nice chat with him. That was kind of fun to see. Guys, we'll throw it back to you.
All right, if we saw Barry Larkin go by, that was the coolest looking car. What was that? Anyone know?
I don't know what that is. Phil Castellini got to drive it, though, I noticed.
If anybody at home knows what kind of vehicle that was, please tweet us.
Yeah, please tweet at Craig and I and Papo. And we're seeing Marty Brennaman come by us, too, blowing kisses at everybody. It is great to see all these fans out here just living up this moment, soaking it up.
And I thought with Barry Larkin, a Cincinnati kid from Silverton.
Yes.
And really the first
Moeller
family of
High
sports
School.
with Byron and Mike and Steven. Man, what a family.
And John, when you talk about, the likes of Barry Larkin and some of the big names that have come out of obviously the era of the Big Red Machine or what have you, even in modern days, there are so many new faces that come around every single season that people look at the roster and go, who is this?
Opening day, some guy named Brandon Drury hit a 3-run home run, and I go, oh, he must play for the Braves. No, he plays for the Reds. I couldn't tell you. Today I looked, of course, Tommy Phan and Jake Fraley. These are all guys
Who?
Yeah.
Who? We're going to learn a lot of new names this Red season, I'm sure of it.
And they're going to be easy to, if they could win, they'll be easy to learn.
All right, Evan is out with a Bengals start. Okay, on Reds opening day, we got to talk to some Bengals, and Icky Woods is with him.
Yeah, you know what? I know you know who these guys are. Bengals alums taking over the Reds opening day parade. There's so much excitement in this city after this Bengals season. So much hope for this Red season because we haven't done this in 2 years. What's it like to see all these folks out here cheering for you?
This is awesome. This it's so exciting after what the Bengals did. Got the city excited. The Reds off to a good start. Finally, the parade is back. It's amazing. This is fun.
Yeah, I mean, to bring tradition back again, it's got to feel nice. But also, people are living in this Bengals glow still.
It just reminds us when we went to the Super Bowl in '89. How on fire the city was, and it just so happened in 1990 we go to Super Bowl '89. Reds, they win the World Series in 1990. So why not repeat? Why not us again?
Barry Larkin said thing to kick this parade off. Guys, thank you so much. Go Bengals, go Reds, go Cincinnati. Right, guys? We'll send it back to you.
Wouldn't that be great to have a repeat of that era?
Oh, okay, so the Bengals did so well. If we had a 1990 redo, wire-to-wire season, that would be absolutely fantastic. It's fantastic to get back to Steve Raleigh, who is killing it out there on the parade route. Steve.
Hey, Tanya, I have got the kid gloves kind of folks who are here, and of course it has to do with peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Let's start left. Ready? And a 1. And a 2, the other way, right, and a 1, and a here, and a there, and a kid gloves game. $1 million race, thanks very much, so that they can continue to do that. Wow, nice looking automobile. You guys look great. Thanks, Chuck, take care. Yeah, the kid gloves guys are here, and then you'll notice we have got the Reds pack back here. Come on, Matty. Hey, come on, guys, give me some! Yeah! Yeah! They are the most excited people all the time. That's cool. Here we go. Yep. Let's go. Go ahead, let's go. There we go. We'll see you in a few minutes. I'm riding with the fan pack.
I don't know if our insurance policy covers that, Steve.
Yeah, corporate is freaking out right about now. Risk management is like, no, get them off of the front of that. It is getting
really loud here. We have a DJ in a van over here.
Yes, we do. And, it's the World Series, Tom Seaver champions, the Little League Baseball World Series kids are out here. Fantastic, because what we love about baseball is that it starts young. Reds Community Fund makes sure that little kids are learning in their urban league, and they, getting the Little League World Series kids out there. Papa, I know you love that.
They play for the championship.
They did.
I mean, it's amazing. I think this is the 4th time Hamilton's gone. And the first time they ever got to the championship, that's a remarkable. They lost to Michigan, but what a run for them, and congratulations to Hamilton. And again, it is the foundation of what we do with baseball around here.
You know, when you think about the year that we've had as a sports city, maybe it started with the Little League World Series kids.
It could be. It translated in then to UC. Imagine UC being in the Final Four in football. I would never have imagined that.
A lot of headlines. What does that do? I mean, and from years past, is there a wave that gets started here? Is there anything where one team plays off of another?
Well, there was a time, at least you could talk about the late 80s, early 90s, when the Reds and Bengals were both contenders. Super Bowl 23, and then the Reds won in 1990. It all happened in a span of a few years, so it does seem like it does have a little pattern there.
Okay, and you know, I was noticing T. Higgins tweeted out today. T. Higgins, of course, the wide receiver for the Bengals, tweets out today, hey, do they tailgate for the Reds opening day? And the responses were fabulous, showing crowds and throngs of people. So even some of these players for other sports teams are new here and going, wow, Cincinnati. Way to show up for Reds opening day.
There's Aftab Purival walking by again. Of course, Evan spoke to him a little bit earlier.
He sure did. And I'll tell you what, we have so much more of this parade coming. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're coming right back with WCPO 9's coverage of Reds opening day parade.
I haven't missed an opening day in like 20 years, but
you know, my favorite memories as a kid are just, you know, coming down to the ballpark here with my dad, my grandpa, coming to games, and then kind of really exciting in my college years, watching the 2012 team and some of the playoff runs we had.
I've been here since 1986, and I've seen a bunch of opening day games, but the one thing I like about opening day and what it means to me is that it gets a chance to bring Cincinnati together with sports. The city has been thirsty for winning, and I'm excited about opening day this year coming up.
Welcome back, everyone. David Fulcher, of course, Full Rock from the Bengals, of course, great. One of the Bengals greats, and you know, reminiscing and thinking about great opening days. You know, we all have them. We all have our favorites coming by us right now. That's the Oak Hills Marching Band.
The Highlanders.
That's right. Oak Hills always brings forth a great marching band.
34th year they've been in this parade here.
It's amazing. Really great.
They still have good numbers, too. That's good to see a big marching band.
I know. I love that. You got to love a good high school marching band. Take a listen to them for a second.
Hey, Papa, talk about a little bit of the history here when you talk about opening day and, of course, Riverfront Stadium, which is no longer here. But it actually wasn't in play for a particular year for the Reds.
In 1970, they opened the season playing at Crosley Field. It wasn't until several weeks later they moved into Riverfront Stadium, and yet they had the All-Star game was at Riverfront Stadium, and then a World Series. But opening day wasn't there in 1970. Very unusual.
That's, I mean, but it still had to happen, right? Here, by the way, here we are, the Rosie Reds. What a great group of women who support the Reds. It's a boosters organization, and it's really just some fabulous ladies all getting together and having a great time. Let's go to Steve Raleigh, of course. He's with the Oak Hills Highlanders Marching Band.
Yeah, in fact, you know what, Tanya? I've got Mr. Sweatman right here, the director of the band. I got to tell you, you guys always sound fantastic. You must practice forever.
we practice a little bit. Yeah, these guys, they work really hard all year long. Typically in the fall, 2 to 3 days a week, and every other weekend they're at it.
Well, they sound terrific. They really do. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Super happy to be back. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, too. This is one of the standards for the band, in fact. And let's just see here. Here, let me do one time. Just one time. No, one time. Come on. All right, well, I thought maybe I could do it once. Let me see here. Well, that's it. There's no more drums. I was going to go for the drums, but I couldn't do it. Oh, look at this. Look how good these guys are. You guys look great. You look fantastic. Flag Corps coming up. You're great. You look terrific. Here, you hold this. I'll hold that.
All right.
Hello. All right, good. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, all right. Good. That's nice. Of course, now she's out of step, but that's okay. They'll like it. Didn't they look great, folks? I knew that. Hey, here's Taft High School. Looks like the basketball team coming down. Hi, guys. Congratulations. Of course, they were state champs. That was really cool. And the Rosie Reds are right behind them. Look at this. Wow, how many members do you have?
How many members? 3,000.
How many?
3,000.
I knew you had plenty. Yeah. Congratulations. Nice to see them. Here comes some more in a tractor. Now this is great. Rosie, you've got to be happy. Rosie, you've got to be happy with this year, yes? It's going to be a great year, I know. Hi, guys. Hey, say hi, Sarah.
I'm doing great. It's the best day of the year.
It sure is. You know that's right. That's Sarah Elise. She works at our radio partner, WLW. Isn't that nice? Oh, wait a minute. Anthony's coming here. Munoz. Oh, and a bunch of the Bengals are up on the float here. Let me jump up here. Come on, Matty. Let's talk to some guys. Hold on. Hey, David Fulcher,
how are you? What's up, my brother? I'm good, man. How are you?
Dave Lapham, how are you?
What's happening? What's going on?
Well, come on, give me the report, guys.
Hey, man, we are so excited.
I know. It's a great year.
I mean, this is going to be football. Now we got baseball. Let's go.
Let's go. Jet, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. What's up?
Hey, good to see you. How are you, my man?
Doing great.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. Dave, give me the report. How's it been riding in the parade?
It's been awesome. I'll tell you, unexpected pleasure. Just like the season. Just like the season was,
Nicely said. Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz.
How you doing, sir?
Nice to see you, Anthony.
Great seeing you. Great seeing you,
terrific.
too.
Isn't always a great spirit
I tell you what, great
no
spirit,
doubt.
great city, great atmosphere. It's fun. A lot of fun.
It really is.
Great tradition.
I'm going to have to hop off. Otherwise, I got to run back, and I'm not in the shape you guys are in. All right, that's good. Nice to talk to our big Bengals and everything else. It's been a heck of a year for us around here. I'll send it back to you guys.
No, I'm not sending it back to you, Steve. Stay with us, Steve, because if you turn around and start heading back, you're going to run into our people, WCPO 9's Good Morning Tri-State crew. So keep going back there, Steve. And let's go back to Steve as soon as he gets there. He's going to head back. We kind of missed him as they came by because he was talking to the Bengals. But we want to make sure that you guys get to see Adrian and Julie and those guys. Because, they've been awake a long time. They deserve a little face time.
Steve is very interactive with these types of events, as you can see. And I was worried that he was going to jump into the drum and corps line there and, grab the rifle and start, a whole routine or something.
There's something like 138, 39 entries. He might touch every single one of them. And here he is. Steve, we see you. Get on that truck. Get in there with him.
There we go. All right, guys, get in here. We're live. We're up.
Oh, are you?
Yes, this is how we work. Yes.
I've never done live TV before.
Yeah, I know. Well, of course, Julie, Adrian, Cena, all here from Good Morning Tri-State. You've got, what's going on?
Well, I remember the megaphone this year. Let's get the crowd
All right, go ahead.
On the count of 3, go Reds! 1, 2, 3!
Go Reds! I don't need any megaphone. On the count of 3, go Reds! 1, 2, 3, go Reds! How's that? It's not bad, right?
Great. This is awesome.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
This is one of the best days of the year.
You can see it as we've come through the parade route. I mean, I've never been in one of these before, but it feels like it's even more hyped after it hasn't been here for 3 years.
I think
I mean, you see the smiles on the faces, you see people cheering. It's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
It really is great. Well, please say yes. All right. Cena?
Yes.
Talk to me. Has this been fun riding the parade?
This is my first opening day parade, and it's exceeded my wildest expectations.
Oh,
this is
great.
awesome.
Yeah, it really is. I think everybody's really happy this year. See if we can. There we go. Let's get him to stop so I don't get killed. You threw Evan off. All right. We're good. Have fun, guys. See you later. Our Good Morning Tri-State crew. And Maddie's going to get hit, so I'm going to move her out of the way. All right. Oh, this is actually the Findlay Market.
How about you?
Float right here.
Hustle hit 41.92.
Is this his first time?
No.
No?
It's your second time.
Second time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't talk to him then. I'm sorry. No, I can't. Oh, I love having fun with the crowd. That's the best part of this whole thing. It really is. Hi, guys. Go Reds is right. Okay, so guys, now we'll throw it back to you. We had a chance to say to our Good Morning Tri-State crew hello. We'll certainly come back when you're ready. We've got a lot of floats coming our way, including, of course, our great sponsors, Chick-fil-A. You'll see the big float coming, so that means the cow's behind there. And as you know, we generally have a foot race every year. So we'll see how it turns out. I've slimmed down. I feel pretty confident this year.
All right, Steve,
Our
thank you.
hearts go out to your photographer, Maddie, today.
And if we can get a shot out there, we have some Olympic athletes actually zooming by us right now.
They're just coming right by us, yeah. I think they just passed us by. Nick Gebber and crew.
David Payne.
Joey Hudepol. Mary Weinberg. David Payne. Big George Wilson from 1960, 62 championship. Jenny Kemp, an outstanding swimmer.
By the way, Joey Hudepol from my part of the town, and that would be Finneytown. Of course, I think he went to St. X, though.
He went
St.
to
X High School, right?
Yeah, they have a pretty good swimming program over there.
They're okay. They're just okay. Here comes PNG, right? Run the Pig. Everyone getting ready for the Flying Pig Marathon. Have you started putting in your miles yet, Craig?
You know, I do run every single day in my dreams. And when I wake up, I am exhausted.
Well, the Flying Pig Marathon, of course, one of the great sporting events in all of Cincinnati. Of course, it's time to check back with Steve Raleigh because you know he's up to something right now. What's going on, Steve?
Well, I tell you what, I was going to race the Chick-fil-A cows, but they kind of got away from us a little bit. You'll see them down there. Maddie's and this young woman's also saying hello. Yes, remembering Jay Bruce, in fact, as it turns out. This is the good folks from the Cheviot Eagles, I believe. Am I right on that, sir? Is that right? Yes. Tell me about what's the last service project you did.
The Harvest Home Parade.
Oh, of course. Oh, of course, yes. That is what they own, and of course it's such a West Side tradition, the Harvest Home Parade. Well, as we look back here, we've got, this is interesting. You'll notice that we've got a number of athletes here, including Nick Gepper here. And you'll see we've got George Wilson, Darrell Pace, David Payne, Nick Gepper, Jenny Kemp, Joe Hudepol, and Mary Weinberg, all, of course, medalists in the Olympics. Let me see if I can jump up here and just say hello to these guys. Do it this way. Hi, guys. Hey, how are you? How's the parade?
Hey, we're doing pretty good. I'm sitting here with Mary. We're loving it. Love opening day.
So much energy, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I can't believe how many people showed up. It's awesome.
Hold that medal up one time for us, will you? Maddie, get a good shot of that.
Let's go Cincinnati.
Ah, that's right. You bet. There's Nick Gepper going by right there. Okay, guys, we're going to just go back to you for now and see you in a couple of minutes.
We sure will. We will always see you in just a few minutes.
You know, every new year brings new food.
Sure.
And I don't know.
We like the food.
I think we have this video to show you here. You know, some of the fans really look forward. Some of this food, you may not make it at home because it's not a design of something you might create and think of. But take a look here.
What is that?
Well, a lot of crazy concoctions here by Chef Gary Davis. And last season it was S'mores Fries Box. That's what you were looking at. This season it's a variation of that. The Rookie Cookie Fry Box. Crushed Oreos and chocolate chip cookies, chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, and marshmallows served on French fries.
That's not bad for you at all.
No, that's not a heart attack waiting to happen.
I think I would be more than thrilled to try that, though, if anyone wants to run down to the ballpark and grab this one.
They have another meal that you eat out of a cone, like an ice cream cone, like the waffle cone, but you eat it all out of there.
It's like pulled pork.
Right, but that's in a cone.
Really?
We were talking about it before the show, but we were talking about how messy that might be, but delightful at the same time.
Perhaps.
Miss Ohio USA Nicole West just went past us here at our location at Court and Race Streets. Are you enjoying the parade, everybody?
I think it's spectacular.
Okay, so we
just got word.
Evan Millward is with the lawnmower guys.
Yeah, and
Always
these are guys. These are always here. That's great.
Oh, they're getting ready to perform.
Oh, they are always a crowd favorite all the way from Wapakoneta, Ohio, up near, up in the area of my hometown outside Dayton. Todd is here with the Precision Drill Team. Todd, what is with the lawnmowers? You guys are a favorite every year in this parade.
I'll tell you what, we have a good time down here. You always have a good crowd, and we just have a lot of fun just seeing them. And, we always love to make the trip.
How did you come up with the idea that we're going to do a drill team, we're going to march in parades, we're going to do choreographed lawnmowers?
Well, I tell you what, we always helped out in our hometown's local parade, and we always needed something to do, but we decided we all have lawnmowers at home, so that's a cheap little project to put together, and we just formed our unit from that.
That is the definition of working smarter, not harder. Hey, what do you got for us up here?
Okay, we got a couple of routines we'll do for you. Just kind of keep an eye on it.
All right, here we go. We'll let them do it. The Precision Drill Team from Wapakoneta. Do your thing, guys. There you go, look at that. This guy's got Mater on his, from Cars, Toe Mater on his lawnmower. We love these guys. They're great fun. We'll send it back to you guys down at 4th and Race.
Very nice. All right, thank you, Evan. We want to get over to Chief Meteorologist Steve Riley. He has a special guest there, Miss Ohio USA. Steve?
Yeah, I do. I have Miss Ohio USA and Miss Ohio Teen USA. Ladies, how are you enjoying the parade?
We're enjoying it so much. It's so exciting. I can't believe everyone in Cincinnati is here today.
It really does look like it. Don't you think there's more people and more energy this year?
Oh my gosh, yes. This is my first time here, actually. So I'm really surprised about how many people there are here and what a great community Cincinnati is.
Well, I tell you, it's a big day, and I'm really happy you could join us. Thanks, ladies, very much. Listen, we have one of the fan favorites, and it's the Cincinnati Red Stockings right here. You know these guys. You've probably seen them play, perhaps. Who's going to talk to me? Who's going to talk to me? Yeah, I know you are.
Not a talker,
no,
Steve.
you're going to be today, though.
Is it going to rain today?
I think we're going to escape and be good.
All right, brother.
Speaking of that, hasn't it been a great day? You guys
has been
always
an awesome
are here.
day. The weather's perfect, a little cloudy, but the temperatures are right where we want them. This is awesome.
So tell me, how long have you guys been together?
Oh, man, we've been together for a while. I mean, going all the way back to 1869.
Well, yeah. You don't look that old,
no,
though, as
I
it
don't
turns
look that
out.
old.
No, he looks that old, but you don't look that old.
That's true, that's true. He's way younger than I am.
Have a great day. Thanks very much. What a delight. Always these guys provide such a great kind of historic look when they play their brand of baseball that were back in the 1800s. It's really quite terrific. If you've never seen it, make a point to be able to take a check of these guys when they're playing, because it's so much fun to see how the evolution of the game has really changed from the side of the ball to the fact that they didn't use gloves or anything along those ways. So we'll toss it back to you. We're waiting on some more folks to head down. Hi, what's opening day? It's the, what is, sir, you're excited.
Holiday.
And what, I'm sorry.
It's a national holiday.
Oh, no, that was not how you said that.
It's a national holiday. Opening day. It's the best day in Cincinnati. These people must be from Cleveland because they're not saying anything.
All right, let's go back to you guys. Now, that's an excited individual.
All right, Indeed he is, and you're coming right by us is a Mount St. Joe marching band. And
First time for them.
it's a first time. The band was not expansive, not a gigantic band, but the first year in the opening day parade, 35 people performing. Pretty nice of them to show up today.
And I have a feeling this won't be their last parade.
Indeed. And it won't be ours either. We're coming right back. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with more Reds opening day parade. Stay with us.
I would have to say, as a kid, I was there for Pete's hit, and I got to go. It was during the school week, and I went to every one of those games, and it was the last one of the homestand, as I remember, when Pete got his 41-92. So that was certainly one.
Welcome back, everyone, to WCPO's coverage of the Reds opening day parade, the greatest day of the year here in Cincinnati, and the weather's cooperating so far anyway.
Unofficial holiday, and it is spectacular every single year. All these people could be at work, but no, they're here at a parade.
Nothing gets done.
No, nothing.
Nothing. Productivity goes way down on a day like today. There's been so much history, though, I got to tell you, regarding Cincinnati Reds, with the Cincinnati Reds. Hang on, we just got a word that Steve Raleigh has someone special with him. Steve, say hello for me.
I will, because I know he loves you as he loves every Cincinnatian. One of the great, not only icons, but great people. I don't know anybody who doesn't love you, JR.
Thank you, sir.
Jean
Thank
Robert
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
How are you, sir?
I'm wonderful. What a beautiful day for Cincinnati.
Oh.
Thank you for the weather.
Thank you for being you. You've
Thank
given
you.
so much to the city.
You know, I love that city. It's beautiful to be loved.
Oh,
you know,
well, everybody in this city loves you. You know you're driving an icon, right?
I'm well aware of that.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, I won't hold the parade up.
Thank you.
Jean
Nice
Robert,
to see you.
Thank you so much. It's so good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Best to you, sir. Oh, boy, you know, what a terrific man he is. Just an outstanding gentleman. What a great community person he's been for all of Cincinnati, and the way that everybody has loved him and is beloved. Well, I'll send it back to you guys. We've got more for you coming up on the parade route.
All right, thank you, Steve. Claremont North Southeastern's marching band running past us right now.
Certainly hear the rockets sounding off there.
You absolutely can hear the beautiful noise. I'll tell you, we were just about to talk about this. I want to roll some video of a very important day that happened here in Cincinnati in 1974. And of course, you know this day, John Popovich. That's the day Hank Aaron came to town.
That was the day he came to town. Actually, the Atlanta Braves didn't want him to play at all. They wanted to wait and have that big moment in Atlanta. Bowie Kuhn says, nope, you got to play. And it was also Marty Brennaman's first game in the Reds as a Reds announcer.
Can you imagine being your first game calling that? It's, of course, when he broke Babe Ruth's record, all-time record.
Yep, and he breaks it with Jack Billingham in the first. Marty called it. I asked him later, I says, what did you think of that call? He says, well, I can tell you this, I didn't screw it up.
He certainly did not. In fact, if you listen to that call of Marty Brennaman's, it is still one of the greatest calls of all time. It's a beautiful call.
Gerald Ford was on hand. He was the vice president at that time. He acknowledged Aaron's. The Reds came back and actually won that game after falling behind 6-1. And, of course, Aaron went back then to Atlanta, where he broke the record a few days later.
That's fantastic. All right, come back to this parade, and we've got all kinds of fun
Kroger
people for the
store.
Kroger company, and they have one of their old, horse and
the way
buggies.
they used to deliver food
That's
back
right,
in the day.
Barney Kroger. Barney Kroger, our old friend Barney Kroger used to deliver all the groceries, and it's turned into one of the biggest grocery chains in America.
Lebanon High School Marching Warriors here from Lebanon, Ohio, of course, putting on a spectacular show, black and red.
This is also their debut. So we're seeing some that are repeaters many, many years, and we see some first-timers.
Let them play on for a second here.
They have 97 members in all. The marching band also plans to travel to Walt Disney World in November, by the way. They're going to be participating in the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade at the Magic Kingdom. Pretty spectacular trip for those band members there.
This is a big band.
It is. They just keep coming. A little hang on Sloopy.
Appropriate for the Buckeye State, don't you think? No, I'm doing the hand movements while it's going
They
by.
actually returned recently from our nation's capital, performing there as well for a special
they're
ceremony.
Pretty fantastic.
Absolutely.
You got to admit, they're really well done there. Well done, Lebanon High School Marching Band. Let's go down to Caleb. He's at the stadium right now. What you got, Caleb?
Hey guys, good afternoon. Look, there are so many things that make opening day special to the city of Cincinnati, and part of what makes it so special is why it's so meaningful to so many fans. And I'll tell you what, it's starting to really get crowded here at the stadium and here at the Banks. Some fans over here waiting for the gates to open. In a matter of hours, you will see fans flood into Great American Ballpark for the home opener for the Cincinnati Reds as they get set to take on the Cleveland Guardians. Now, I mentioned that opening day is so meaningful to fans here in Cincinnati. One of those fans who finds it incredibly meaningful is my new friend Corey Fields here. Corey has been coming to opening day. It's been a family tradition since back in 1983. Corey, why is opening day so meaningful to you and your family?
Mostly it's just a thing between me and my father. We didn't get to share a whole lot during his life. And, being as the first one that I've been to and he's not here, it's quite different, but I feel he's still here,
Unfortunately, Corey, your father passed away a matter of months ago. Do you have a favorite memory with your father on opening day and the years that you spent here with him?
Oh, it's who could put down the most hot dogs?
Who won?
He beat me every time. I couldn't.
You never beat him.
That's why I look like this. I guess I was practicing all these years.
What was your record?
I could only put down 7 or 8, and he was up in the dozens. I mean, the man was bottomless. I don't understand.
So even though unfortunately he won't be here with you today, are you going to carry on that tradition?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I'm going to. Yeah.
What do you think about the Reds this season? Obviously sold off a bunch of players, sold off a bunch of talent, cut a bunch of payroll. A lot of new guys on the roster this year. What do you think so far? I mean, obviously they split that season with Atlanta, or that series with Atlanta this weekend.
They did, and I'm the type of Reds fan. I was highly, highly disappointed in the fact that they let so many go and got.
And there were a lot of fans disappointed there.
Oh, many, yes. However, I'm trusting that they know what they're doing. To be honest with you, if they didn't win another game all season, I'm still going to be a Reds fan. I'll still be here next year. I'll still be here through the.
So you're saying if they go 2-160 this season, you're going to be still showing up?
I'll still show up. I'll still support them.
All right, Corey, thank you so much, man. We'll go back to you guys out at the parade.
All right, thanks so much. We should mention you've been watching the Thomas More University Marching Band come by with its 65 performing members. For sure, they sounded great.
I love all these bands. I really do. And we actually want to get out to Chief Meteorologist Steve Raleigh once again. What antics are you up to right now?
Well, I tell you what, if you want to go ahead, our photographer's down. Please introduce yourself again.
I'm Nick Wills. My dad, Ron Wills.
Ron Wills.
Hi, guys. And please tell me, you've got the lovely farms. Tell me the name again, please.
Hill and Hollow Farms.
Hill and Hollow Farm. Who do we have in front of us here?
This is Jack and Herman.
Okay, give me a couple of stats as you kind of walk us down the parade route.
Come up, boys. Come up, Jack, Herman, come up.
Jack and Herman. All right, very good.
So these guys are about 18, 2 hands tall, so a little over 6 feet tall at their withers.
Okay.
And they're weighing in probably close to 2,000 pounds.
2,000 pounds. Wow.
Yep.
So are they really workhorses at one time, or are they more just beautiful show horses at this point?
Yeah, at one time they were workhorses, but they're more show horses now, doing parades and some shows, things like that.
They've worked hard enough. Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly.
Yes. Kind of like, probably like yourself, sir.
Right,
you want to let him do all the work now.
No, I do a lot of the work.
Oh, you do? All right, fair enough. I got you. All right, guys, we'll send it back to you, the great folks here from Hill Hollow Farms. Down with us from where again?
Greenville, Ohio.
Greenville, Ohio. Hi, guys. How are you? Oh, we see there's our anchors right there. See the really cute one in the middle? That's John Popovich. And then that's our anchor team on the side.
He's the old one in the middle.
That's right. We want to go straight up to Evan Millward, though. He's got some special guests with him. Hi, Evan.
Hey, so, all right, I'm here with Craig and Jack. You guys are part of the Pop Cycles?
Pop Cycles.
Pop Cycles. Look, this is impressive, man. Talk to me, like, how do you train for this?
He's been training since beginning of the school year, 2 days a week for an hour before school every day.
This is impressive. It's got to be cool to be able to show off in front of all these people on opening day, right? Our unofficial holiday.
Absolutely. And, he'd be more prepared to go fully solo, but all the start and stops, you got to kind of support them. So,
yeah,
these kids are having a blast.
That's awesome. So, I mean, how do you get to be a part of this? How do you decide, like, we're getting up on one wheel and doing this?
So there's a guy at the school who I guess is a unicycler and just organized the club. So they've been doing it for like 10 years or more.
All right. Hey, good luck. Enjoy. You got a ways to go still, but
all right,
you're out here owning it. Thank you guys. The Pop Cycles, look for them throughout the parade route here. That's impressive, right?
Indeed it is, Evan. And coming by our camera here and our photographer here, Wags, if he could get him, is that's a Cincinnati Vintage Baseball Club. Boy, since 1869, faithfully recreating the sport of baseball as it was played in that year. Pretty fantastic.
Dressed up accordingly there. I love the old, outfits and uniforms.
Look at those uniforms, Papa. Isn't that fantastic to see them?
It is, and to watch them play, you get to see pretty much no gloves, anything like that. It's a little, the rules are a little different, and of course, rules of baseball keep changing.
Yes, they
do.
I spent some time at the Reds Hall of Fame Museum the other day, last week actually, and some of the old gloves, it is very interesting to see the old gloves, the old technology used back in the day.
Oh yeah, it is cool, and sometimes they were done with an inning, they left their glove on the field, and then they came in the dugout. When they went, they just picked it up along the way.
Here's Taylor High School Marching Band from Cleves,
coming right
Ohio.
by our location right now.
There's the Yellow Jackets from Cleves.
60 members of this marching band. Let's listen to them for just a moment.
I would play Name That Tune and figure out what that song is, but I don't know what that is.
No, but they were a 2021 Mid-States Bands of America finalist. Fantastic for them. Look at this old fire department truck.
Van
That's an old pumper.
Township. Oh, yeah.
It's very cool that these bands perform at football games, obviously. They probably do competitions, but now they're able to be seen by a whole new audience.
Yeah, look at this little girl. She's having a great time dancing to this. It's wonderful. Coming by us right now, is the trophy. Of course, that we all hope we will win this year. The Reds hope will win, which is the World Series trophy. I don't know if we can get a shot of that. There it is.
There it is.
It's a Key Bank float, but boy, isn't it nice to see that, even if it's just a replica. Hopefully, we'll get the real thing here in Cincinnati soon.
We can dream. You know, let's talk about a little bit of history here. Let's go back to 2003, Papo, because 2003, Great American Ballpark opens up with a lot of fanfare.
Oh, yeah. But a pretty lousy game. Yeah, and you know, it is a ballpark, too, for so many years. And that changed, actually, this parade. The parade used to come into...
yeah, and this was the year, by the way, that George W. Bush was supposed to throw out the first pitch, but his dad had to step in. So his father, of course, H.W. Bush, threw out the first pitch. Pretty patriotic year, too, considering it was just right after,
There it was. And
2001.
And he was a former baseball player. He came out and he threw, of course, both of them threw really great opening day pitches at one time or another here. But
and they had the crowd of 42,000.
They were no Mark Mallory throwing that ball across the plate.
Nobody could be Mark Mallory throwing
out
that first
who
pitch.
wants to bet Joe Burrow rifles it into Zach Taylor's mitt today?
If he doesn't, it will be all over social media.
He's got to do it. This is the Jack Sandell marching band you're taking a look at right now. Jack Sandell from your favorite place in the world, Indiana.
Osgood, Indiana.
Osgood.
You bet. We've seen, I think, South Dearborn. We've seen they all like to get off school today and come out. And of course, some of them are probably on spring break at this time too. You know, I was thinking you were talking about the Bengals being there. Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor, Jamar Chase is going to present the Rookie of the Year award to Jonathan India. There's a great connection now between the Bengals and Reds, one that didn't used to connect, that didn't exist. There's a lot of friction between the two teams years ago. It's nice to see that they kind of support each other now.
Not just support each other, they used to not even be willing to say each other's names.
That's
teams.
right.
It's pretty amazing. By the way, the Jack Sandell, I love this statistic, and our producer David McDonald gave us all these statistics, so thanks to him. But 75 students performing in this parade today. That's 25% of the entire enrollment of the high school.
Wow.
And that is pretty fantastic. Way to go, Jack Sandell, getting all that together. The cons. Oh, come on. We're called Porkopolis for a reason, right? So here comes this. And this is the Macy's Day Parade. We have a balloon.
Yeah, we have a balloon.
An inflatable.
If we could have just put helium in this balloon, we would have been all right.
If we see that rise, I'll tell you what, that's going to be really something.
Everybody loves a good hot dog.
Pigs will fly then, right?
Well.
King Records, by the way, folks, as anyone is not aware of King's Records' legacy here in Cincinnati, it is a rich and powerful one.
Bootsy Collins, by the way,
heck yeah,
is
Bootsy Collins.
coming up here.
Is he really? Well, you know what? Why don't we go to... There he is. And Steve Raleigh is with him right now. Steve.
I sure am. The one and only Bootsy Collins and the lovely Patty Collins. Oh, you guys look fantastic. What a day, Bootsy, huh?
Hey, it's a great day to get out of the house.
Oh,
you know,
yes,
been on lockdown too long.
That is so true, Patty. Don't you think it's just gorgeous?
Steve, we love it. We love our city, we love our Reds, and we love you.
Well, on that note, how could I not? Yes, sir.
Maddie's house.
Oh, look at him. Oh, they're so nice. They're big supporters of my family's foundation, Maddie's house. That's very lovely. Hey, right behind us here, we've got the good folks from McLean, it looks like. So, the Tigers, from Greenfield, Ohio. So here they come here, the young ladies here, and the cheer team as well. Tell me about your cheer team.
This is the Tigrettes. It's actually the school dance team.
School dance team.
Perform with the band, halftime basketball games and stuff.
Okay.
It's really a cool thing. It was started by students 60 years ago this year.
Well, I'm really happy for that. Thank you for the update. So the good folks of the Tigers. I want it. Just let me hit one. One time. Attaboy. It's so bad, wasn't it?
Hey, it's cool.
What a nice young man.
Through the whole band is now completely off step.
That's great.
They're off.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
That's
well,
okay.
let's
Stick
go.
to the meteorology.
Oh, McLean, I love you, Tigers.
Stay with what we're good with.
Oh, yeah, that's
I gotta
right.
love
You
that
got
Greenfield.
that
So
right.
let's talk
Say
about that.
exactly
John
what
Pop-
we're good with.
it is amazing to see Reds country is just so massive. If you think about, and you know I love that word, it's such a large footprint all over the tri-state, even really the Midwest and the Southeast.
Yeah, it really does. And you figure it goes over to West Virginia. It heads way over into eastern Ohio, down into southern Kentucky.
Even Tennessee.
And even over in Indiana here.
Yeah, I remember I went to school at the University of Tennessee and then the University of Cincinnati. And at Tennessee, boy, it was a fight between the Braves and the Reds for the love of that state, you know. And the Reds, you could hear 700 at night in Knoxville, Tennessee, and so there are a lot of Reds fans in that area too.
Well, of course, this is one of the reasons why Cincinnati has opened always as the first team, because they were for so many years the most southern team in Major League Baseball in the National League. So the Chicagos would come down here because it was supposed to be warmer here.
By the way, coming up right there it is. You just saw it there. That is the Xavier entry tonight. That is the National Alumni Association for Xavier. And how about Xavier winning that NIT, just adding to the incredible fabric of our sports teams here in Cincinnati.
After a disappointing season, all of a sudden they lose their coach. They go and win the NIT. First time since 1958. Second time they were able to do it.
And there's Batavia, their marching band.
The Bulldogs there, and they're black and green. They sound spectacular as well. Let's listen in for them. Another large presentation there by marching band, and it's just so great to see all these kids coming out. And I wonder what kind of memories they have, you know, down the road. You know, they bring their kids and their family back to the parade here to enjoy it as well.
Well, you know, and can't speak for the marching band guys as we look at some, you know, this is our community's parade, right? Here come the front loaders and things like that. But, you know, I got to miss school to go watch this parade. I let my children miss school. Steve, did you let your kids miss school?
Listen, of course I did. I think everybody does. In fact, I have some that I'm pretty sure. Let me start over here then. Are you missing school today?
I'm homeschooled.
Oh, you're homeschooled. Oh, okay, fine. This is my new friend, Patty. Patty, do the Musketeer roll call.
Well, I'm Patty Hobner. This is my son, Isaac. He's 18. Granddaughter, Sloan. Leah, Blakely, and Skylar.
Well, tell me, how many of you have you seen of these?
This is the first one I've actually been to.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know these are the first ones for these guys.
Yeah. When I was in grade school, everybody was gone, and we used to watch it on TV in class, and I was watching it on TV after that, but I've never been. So.
Is it exciting to just sit here and watch everything go
It
by?
is. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
It's worth coming down for.
For sure, yeah.
It is. Young man, how are you enjoying it?
It's awesome.
It's been good?
It's great.
And what about you, Miss Homeschool? Dad, you didn't even get to, well, you're going to give her more homework tomorrow then, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so
field trip. This is a field trip.
This is a field trip, sure. All right, here's one for you. What grade are you in?
8th.
8th grade. Have you liked it so far?
Yep, I think so, yeah.
Good. Well, that's great. It's really nice. I remember 8th grade. I spent 3 of the best years of my life there. Listen, guys, we'll see you in a few minutes for the parade route.
All right, Stephen, unfortunately, Elder came by. It's the Elder Marching Band. We have to at least mention it since our general manager went to Elder, so we would
kind of important,
it
right?
Would be important.
Kind of an important mention.
Sorry we missed that one, but that's okay. Sometimes you just miss it as they go by, but we might be able to catch them later down the route.
And then we're seeing Grader's Ice Cream come by here. Of course, Grader's came all the way out to Los Angeles with their ice cream for the Super Bowl.
That's right. So, Papo, here we are in Los Angeles, right? The land of everyone skinny and eating. And here comes the Grader's truck, and you should have seen those Los Angelinos lining up to get the Graders.
With that raspberry chocolate chip of it.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
That's Highland, by the way, going by us there with their Highland Field replica float. Oh, we got some polka music, some Oktoberfest kind of music. Here we go. Here we go. And everyone's clapping along because we love this. Let's have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel.
We got the band on the run.
In and out That's as far as I can go with that. Papa, got any more for me?
They're followed by the Crosby Elementary Pop Cycles, Southwest Local School District.
Look
Here.
at those
I could
kids.
never ride a unicycle to save my life.
No, I can't ride a bicycle.
You can.
So, I mean, without falling over,
That is certainly a talent. And look at her. She's all the way up on that really tall one there,
Oh,
too. That's
wow.
pretty incredible.
Thank goodness they have like kind of spotters with them. You see that? Because there are bumps in the road on our Cincinnati streets.
Yeah, watch out for the potholes.
oh, one guy just fell off, but he's okay. He's okay. He's okay.
And they're wearing helmets, which is good.
And here comes, as we can stay with where we are right now, the Purcell Marion Marching Band coming right down Ray Street and right towards our camera. So we're going to watch them for a minute. Oh, it's actually their drum line. I want to make that correction. The Purcell Marion High School drum line, and this is their 4th opening day parade.
They've actually participated in the past 4 opening day parades.
Yeah, they sure have. And by the way, talk about winning traditions. Their girls basketball team just won the Division III state championship. First time in school history. Of course, we had that on WCPO 9 News, and we were very proud to celebrate.
We got a lot of champions around here this year.
We really do.
In every aspect. You think about, we saw the Taft boys for basketball. We talk about UC, the Bengals. Go over into Northern Kentucky, and we have those teams as well. It's incredible.
It's in the water. I think it's in the water.
That's right. Green Township firefighters coming past us. They're professional firefighters. Every parade has to have as many fire trucks as possible,
Absolutely.
don't you think? Don't you think, to be good? And all the people supporting them, walking behind them, waving to the crowd. This crowd has not left. It is a long parade, folks. And where we're standing anyway, where we're situated, there is not one person has moved. It's been pretty fantastic.
This is a pretty spectacular float. Sorry, Papa. This is the 9/11 steel float, and this actually is an actual piece of steel I-beam from the towers, the World Trade Centers there. So it's a pretty spectacular memorial just to remember that day and honor all of those, of course, who we lost, both first responders and civilians alike on that day.
Well, the 3 of us all have kids, and we have grandkids, and you know something? They all like trucks. They all like fire trucks.
Well,
believe
look,
me.
there are more.
So to be able to come out here, and especially you see some vintage ones here. I think from
That's
Woodlawn,
from the Fire Museum.
New Burlington. Yeah. I mean, and I'll tell you what, if you've not been to the Fire Museum, it is really a cool place. We went years ago, and we spent a lot of time there. And to be able to see how the firefighting has changed over the years, it's just one of those other aspects a lot of people may have ignored about Cincinnati.
You'll
but
be
it's
able
great.
to take your grandson there very soon.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, I bet and he will enjoy that very much. Listen, while we have a minute, I wanted to talk about the Reds, and specifically one Joey Votto. And I know Sarah Sikora is listening to me and thinking exactly what I'm thinking here. I know I was showing John Popovich, you're not a big social media guy. Well, neither was Joey Votto for a long time. But he has had a resurgence. Last year, he played loose and free. This year, he decided to get on social media. And I wonder if we couldn't, Sarah, show a little of what Joey Votto, who is like, okay, maybe he's on the tail end of his career there. Look at this. Look at some of this. Is his Instagram and TikTok. And he came on and about 2 weeks ago and said, I'm going to start being on social media now. And he's come on strong. I mean, look at this. Watch this.
This is crazy.
That this is Joey Votto.
Chicken dance, isn't it?
Yeah, and I talked to him about all this stuff, and he said, he's just ready to have a good time. He's just enjoying himself and having fun, and it's showing up. His joy is showing up on the field.
And the thing is, if you remember him early in his career, he was so intense.
Yes.
If you ask him a question, you kind of said, "Oh, is he going to answer this or not?" Because he's very thoughtful. He thinks about everything, but now he's having a blast.
And the openness of the game, actually, when they opened up with the Braves, the fact that he was mic'd up, had an earpiece, he was playing the game actively, but yet answering questions during an interview, doing a full interview, being funny. But I think that whole, he just seemed relaxed.
Freaking me out.
He just seemed, I know, I was worried that a line drive was going to go right by him.
Don't miss it, gosh. But he talked about how nervous he was in that first game. But also, I talked to him in the offseason, and listen to what he had to say about relaxing and having fun.
Last year was probably the first time since I was 18 years old that I just had fun. as a professional baseball player. And it paid off. And it reminded me of my very first year in the Gulf Coast League, getting excited to go to the ballpark, not worrying about how hot or where we're going to or how the field felt. I just wanted to play. And that's exactly how last year felt.
And so there you go. Joey Votto, relaxed and happy. I wonder if we couldn't quickly, but I know we need to go to a break in a second, but Steve Raleigh's pointing at me and saying, come to me, come to me, come to me. So let's go out to Steve. Let's see, what are you up to out there, Steve?
No, I have got the Sugar Pills Band. You hear that already? Ladies, would you go ahead and then we'll talk in just a minute? I want to just ask you one question. Why did you guys form?
Oh, we formed because I'm a cancer survivor, and music really helps when you're going through health issues. And so this is an outreach.
Well, that's fantastic. Go ahead, ladies. Give me a little Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
All right, here we go.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out in the old ball game.
Helping folks going through cancer. What a nice way to go to break. This is the 103rd Findlay Market Parade. We'll be right back.
The mayor, Sean Casey. What a good trade that was.
That was. You know, it almost didn't get started, though. Burba goes to Cleveland. Casey comes here. Within a few days, he gets hit by a baseball in the eye from an errant throw, and he was out for a while. Everybody was really afraid because he was known as already as a good hitter. Luckily, he recovered. Not only had a great career, he is wonderful as a stag speaker. And also just he does a podcast now, which is phenomenal.
He's just a great guy, generally speaking. A little lull in the parade. So while we have that, talk to us about, you talked to Greg Rhodes, a team historian recently, Craig.
I did, actually. I spoke to him about a number of things. One of the things was really about the first parade. I mean, obviously the first parade didn't look like this, but here he is talking about what the first parade actually did look like.
The first opening day parades were very small affairs. Okay. Back in the 1890s is when they started, and they were 3 streetcars. And in the first streetcar was the Reds, or a band, a little band that was in the first streetcar. And the second streetcar were the Reds, and the third streetcar was their opponents. And they would meander through the downtown on the streetcar tracks, trying to drum up a little interest and enthusiasm for the game that day.
Wow.
I think it's worth
the streetcar's back.
I think it's worth noting that other team that they were playing was also from Cleveland, like today, but in those days they were known as the Cleveland Spiders.
Who came up with these names back in the day?
Cleveland really needs to work on their names.
I know.
Okay, want to show this quick. Like, we got to get to Steve in just a second here, but this, by the way, is the Dance Flash Fusion. Can you see these girls?
Oh, yeah.
They are having a great time dancing. All right, Steve Raleigh, though. Oh, there he is!
Is he going to dance with them?
Dancing with them.
Here, tell me about how often you guys practice.
We practice twice a week.
Come on, give it to me. Come on.
Woo! You
All right.
got it.
All right.
We're done.
So how many gals do you have?
We got about 50. 50 of us.
And Dance Flash Fusion. They look terrific. Wait a minute, we got a little kid here. What are you, about 20, 21?
19.
19, I knew it. Yeah, absolutely. You got everybody here that are just enjoying themselves. Ladies, thank you very much. That's Dance Flash Fusion, and that's one of the great parts of this parade, right? You're never quite sure what you might see as the parade continues. Guys, right now we got a little bit of a lull, so we'll throw it back to you.
You know, you just never know where Steve's going to pop up, because here we were highlighting that.
Yeah, we thought, where is he?
Yeah, and he's right in the middle of them, just dancing
I was like,
around.
I don't want to send it to Steve. I want to show these girls dancing, who all walked away from Steve. Did you notice that? Here come the Who Day chicks right by where we are standing, really. There they are. This is the second year in the parade. The Who Day chicks were in the parade. They were the parade marshals, I should say, for the 100th anniversary year parade. So great to see them back here in the parade. It's made up of women from all backgrounds, all various ethnicities, occupations, experience. And you know what? They get together and they party, Papo.
Okay. And it looks like they're growing in numbers, so they must be having a good time.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're here supporting, of course, the Cincinnati Reds at the same time. It says Who Day on the shirt. Of course,
because the
Cincinnati.
Bengals brought them together.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But then they said their sisterhood is what has kept them together. And I mean, they look like they are having a ball out there, waving to the crowd in their cute little outfits and telling everyone to go Reds.
You know, Papa, we were talking before we actually started our coverage today, some of the changes for this season, from the designated hitter to even the new pitch comm system that's in play now, at least the Cincinnati Reds we know are using it. What are some of your takeaways about how the baseball is changing?
Well, I think it has to change. I'm a traditionalist. And I like the way baseball's been played over the years, but let's admit it, it has to attract younger people. It has to move at a faster pace. And so what I've seen from PitchCom right now is where they're able to have the catcher signal to the pitcher, and he doesn't have to look in for a sign. It seems to speed up the game a little bit, and I think that's great.
All right, let's check in with Steve down on the parade route. Steve.
Yeah, in fact, I've got not only one of the great places to eat, but also one of our sponsors, our great friends at Chick-fil-A. Now, it's a great day, isn't it? And more importantly, great day to have some chicken, right, Cal? Now, every year we generally have a foot race. You about ready? All right, we'll just go down. I tell you what, let's make it to the Cincinnati Zoo. I'll give you a head start. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, and here we go. Maddie, come with us. You know why? Thane Maynard's down here for the zoo. I'm going to catch him on the bike. Chick, I'm going to leave you behind. All right, hold on. Let's jump up here with Thane Maynard. He's on a bike down here. Maddie will catch up in a minute. Hey, Thane. Thane Maynard. Hey, how are you, Thane Maynard? So great to see you, one of the great icons of the city. How's our zoo looking these days? How's everything going on?
It's going great. You know, Fiona's going to be a big sister. We announced that.
We just talked about that on the air. Tell me more about that. What's going to happen? How long is the gestation? Give me some stats.
About 8 months, and it'll be later this year.
Okay.
So we'll have a baby, and hopefully it goes well. You know, Fiona was premature, so everybody's excited and nervous, but it'll work.
Okay.
And come on up. Springtime's great at the zoo.
Oh, it's always a great time.
It's time for Reds baseball and the Cincinnati Zoo.
Absolutely. Now, we'll have some kind of contest, I guess, for the naming?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, they haven't figured that out yet.
Haven't figured it out yet. All right, fair enough. I'll let you get back to the parade. Yeah. Thank you, Thane. One of the great guys in the city, Thane Maynard with our zoo. Well, hi. I see that you were right with me the whole time. So I really didn't dust you like I had planned. Well, that's because you're the cow. All right, right here. Good sportsman. There it is. The good sportsman, the cow from Chick-fil-A. All right, some more folks by me for the Great Waterworks are now bringing their folks by me, who's got the DJ working the tunes right here. Guys, how are you? Hi, guys. How are you? How are you? Are you enjoying yourself?
I am. How are you?
I'm doing great. So let me ask you something. Does it seem like there's more people here this year?
It does. We're glad to be back. We're glad to be back this year.
So too. Okay. Have a great time. Okay, guys, back to you. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, and as we continue to watch this parade, maybe we should go down to the ballpark. What do you think?
I think we should. You know, Caleb knows standing by, and Caleb, I understand you're with somebody who, like, they make it a point. They want to be first in line every year for a game.
Glad to do it.
Listen, first thing, I am feeding off of Steve Rowley's energy right now. I mean, I am having a great time seeing how much fun he's having out there. But look, it's starting to fill in out here outside the ballpark, including these fans who say they were the first ones here today. We're here today at what time?
Before 11 o'clock, or right after 11 o'clock this morning.
But it's nothing new to you guys. This is not the first time you all been the first ones here in line.
No. No, we do it all year long. We're season ticket holders, so we're always here.
And you're always the first ones here. Why do you want to be the first ones in the stadium?
It's just fun to be here and see people watch and see everything that's going on. So,
what are you most excited about today?
Watching us win.
Watching them win. That's a prediction right there. You predict the Reds are going to win?
Absolutely. We split with the world champions this weekend, so I think we'll be good with the Guardians.
Okay, yeah, you got that right. You got to be careful there because the Cleveland baseball team is now rebranded to the Cleveland Guardians for the first year here. I want to show you how many fans are out here. About 40 minutes now until the gates open for this home opening game between the Reds and the Guardians. Everybody wave hi to the camera. We are live on WCPO right now. Again, about 40 minutes until the gates open here for opening day. These fans trying to be some of the first ones in. They've been lined up. How about the Reds? All right, the fans out here trying to be some of the first inside the ballpark. You see them lined up all around through here. First pitch a little after 4 o'clock today between the Reds and the Guardians, and we will have it covered for you tonight here on WCPO. We'll go back to you guys now.
All right, and I loved seeing in Caleb's shot there down at the ballpark all these little kids, because you got to start them young on baseball. Am I right, fellas?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And you got to get them to the park. To me, one of the greatest things I ever remember is walking into that park for the first time. You walk down the corridor, look out, and you see the expanse of the green field, and you go, wow, it's like nothing else you saw, and you remember it forever. And then you get in your seat, you get that, you get that drink, you get that hot dog, and it's an experience that lives for you forever.
We were in the newsroom today, all us folks, these hardened news people, and we're talking about, going to the ballpark, and everyone talking about, my favorite thing. I'm like, I love a hot dog inside, or a brat or a Met, whatever that is.
No, the ball field food is fantastic. And I think to Papo's point, as a kid, your first introduction, I mean, the stadium is large. Let's face it, it is large. But when you're a kid, it is the most enormous thing you've ever experienced, I think, in your life. And to take all of that in, and then you just kind of fall in love with it,
Yeah, so what we got to tell you right now is the parade, 138, 139 entries, all mixed up, all from all sorts of places all over the tri-state area. It's coming to an end, so what you're seeing now is the migration from as far up as Findlay Market, where it began. Everyone will start headed down to the banks, to the stadium, and the stadium, as you know, is where our Caleb No is, with some of the Reds' youngest fans. Caleb.
Well, listen, I talked to the fans earlier who said they were the first ones here, but my guy AJ here, 6 years old, about an hour ago, he came over and he was mad. I mean, he was angry. And Dad, Andy here, why was that?
He wanted to be in the stadium. He said they wouldn't let us in until 2:20. We got here about 9 o'clock, so he wasn't very happy about it.
But you're waiting here to be some of the first ones in. AJ, are you going to take off? What are you going to do when they open the gates here to let fans in? What are you going to do? You're going to run in the stadium? Yeah. Yes, he says. AJ, You were talking to me earlier about some of your favorite players. Who is your favorite Reds player?
Tyler Stevenson.
Tyler Stevenson. Why is Tyler your favorite player?
Because he hits a lot of home runs.
He hits a lot of home runs. Hopefully he'll get a home run for you today. What are you most excited about, AJ? Again, this is AJ, 6 years old, big Reds fan. Can we see your shirt there? Who's on your shirt there? Is that Joey Votto?
It's Joey Votto.
Joey Votto on your shirt there. What are you most excited about for today's game, AJ?
Say for the Reds to win.
For the Reds to win.
All right, I think a lot of Reds fans would agree with you on that. Dad, how exciting is it for you to bring AJ out to these games and let him experience such an awesome tradition here in Cincinnati?
It is. This is his second opening day. This is my 10th. I mean, we enjoy it. He loves baseball, plays baseball. It's been my blood for 20 years, so this is our family tradition, and kind of started a couple years ago with him, taking him to games. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited for this season, of course. And there are some changes, but I think we're both really excited to see what the Reds can do. And
a lot of fans were upset about the changes that were made this year. Over the offseason, the very condensed offseason. A lot of players traded away that were very notable names. You know, Jesse Winker, Gino Suarez. The list goes on and on. Do you feel any different about that now that the Reds are 2-2 to start the season against the reigning World Series champs?
Yeah, I mean, you can't be mad at the ownership. I mean, they got to do what they have to do payroll-wise, and, you know, we're a small market team, but I think the addition of Tommy Pham and a lot of, Hunter Strickland, the reliever we picked up, he's a big addition too. You know, he's a kind of a off-the-radar kind of signing.
And the bullpens look good, man, up to this point. That's been kind of a surprise and kind of a bright note so far.
Yeah, Tony Santillan, he's the real deal. And of course, how Hunter Green pitched. You know, there's a lot to look forward to, and can't be mad at ownership. I mean, you know, I'm a Louisville fan, and I don't care if they trade everybody. I mean, I'm still going to root for the Reds, but you know, I think we got some up-and-coming stars to look forward to playing for this year. So,
one thing we talked about earlier in the show is that Joe Burrow is throwing out the first pitch today, and Zach Taylor is going to be the catcher for that. I can only imagine what the stadium's going to do, especially, I mean, because those guys are heroes in this city right now. What's that going to be like to see that?
Oh, it's going to be exciting, especially, you know, Jamar Chase presenting with India with his Rookie of the Year award. That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
That's his favorite player, is Jamar Chase. So it'd be good to see, and hopefully the Reds can get to where the Bengals are, you know, get that notoriety and start winning games, and hopefully we can get that back to Reds baseball, because Cincinnati is a baseball town.
So you're a Jamar Chase guy too, right? What is it about Jamar? What do you like about Jamar?
You like his dancing, don't you?
Can we see one? Can we see a Jamar dance? A gritty?
Do your dance. Do your gritty.
Come on, let's get it here. Dad will do it with you.
Do it. Tim, do it.
Come on, let's get a gritty.
Come on, do it.
All right, guys, we'll send it back to you. We'll try to get one of those before we're done here today.
All right, fun fact. One of the hardest things on television to do is interview a child. It is tough because they generally clam up. But we haven't talked about, and I know we got to go to a break here, but we haven't really talked about this team. And by the way, what's going to happen for this opening pitch yet today. I mean, the first pitch and the Jamar Chase situation is pretty fantastic. I know we kind of touched on it a little bit. Can we spend just a second on that, guys?
I have to think that there's going to be great excitement because of this, because for a non-baseball thing.
Yes.
But Joe Burrow has become such a big star in this town. Zach Taylor, after 2, terrible years, has all of a sudden become an outstanding coach. Jamar Chase doing that thing. I got a feeling there's going to be great electricity, and hopefully that translates into the baseball as well.
Well, I think it energized the day because there were still tickets available. And when they made that announcement that Joe Burrow was going to be tossing this ball in Jamar Chase's role and Zach Taylor's role, suddenly tickets were gone.
I had friends who bought them. As soon as I texted them and said, did you see what's happening? They bought tickets. All right, listen, we got to take a quick break here. We'll be coming back with a little bit more here on WCPO 9.
I've been going there every single year since my dad and I moved here in 2008. It's one of my favorite things. Every single year I look forward to it.
Opening day 1990 there, the Houston Astrodome. You remember that game, John?
Yeah, that was the other time of the lockout. And, of course, we went down to Houston, covered those first three. The Reds won a tough game. Barry Larkin had a big triple in that opening game. They won it. They won their first 9 games of the season.
Wow.
Then they went to wire and won the World Series championship.
All right, we're not going to go wire to wire this season, but,
Probably not. Nope.
maybe we can repeat and
But
go back.
apparently, wire to wire on this parade, we had
Look
a
at
huge
this.
gap.
We thought it was over.
The wire was severed.
Not over. And I think half the crowd left because they thought it was over too. But here it is, more of our opening day parade coming by us. Right there's the Knights of Columbus with that big red truck coming, and this is their District 28 Knights of Columbus. Let's go to Steve Raleigh. He's out with the crowd. Steve.
Yeah, hi, I'm with Melisha and her sons. I've got Caden and Cameron. Now, how many have they seen? I know this has got to be this guy's first, yeah?
This is Cameron's first time here, and this is Caden's second.
Okay, now, Melisha, drop dime for everybody about what your special little thing is.
We were in the drill team many, many years ago.
Not
when I was
many
in
years
When
ago.
I was in high school. I know I look young, but you know.
So you were one of the dance members coming through that you've been in the parade.
Yes. It was the Dancing Diamonds drill team.
Well, congratulations. Have you enjoyed it?
Yes.
Tell me what your favorite part was.
My favorite part was when all the mascots came in, like that one cow that said "Eat more chicken."
Yes, that's right. And then tell everybody at home what you want to be when you want to grow up.
I want to be kind of like a sculptor or a vet or a weatherman or a police or something.
Let's go back to one of those. What about weatherman? You'd like to be a weatherman?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the only job in America you can get wrong and still keep your job. Did you know that?
Huh?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Melisha, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Listen, Maddie, come on down this way. Let's do a little hustle here. I know this is going to be a big hustle for Maddie, but you know who this is the USS Cincinnati. And it's their foundation. And down here, I want to show these good folks. And I happen to know one of the folks here who takes care of them. Hey, Heather, tell me, hi. Hi, we're on live on Channel 9. Okay. Tell the folks at home what you do for the USS Cincinnati Foundation.
We are an amazing group of volunteers. We support the men and women aboard the USS Cincinnati. She's an active Navy ship. She's our newest warship, the 5th named after the city of Cincinnati.
We'll walk and talk at the same time. Tell everybody at home what you guys did right ahead of the Super Bowl.
So we brought out some swag, some T-shirts. We threw a Super Bowl party. And then this last week, we brought the crew in for a namesake visit. We did the zoo. We did the Bengals. We did the Reds.
And the whole crew came.
5.
Some of the crew.
And they are in love with our city. Please support our men and women aboard the USS Cincinnati. They will be going on deployments. Reach out to our foundation. What we do is we send them playing cards, potato chips.
And everything.
Yes.
All right, good deal. All right, good to see you. All right, I want to make sure we said hello to the USS Cincinnati, our namesake. All right, guys. See you later. We'll throw it back to you guys. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, Steve, thank you so much. We have the Dragonfly Foundation
just
scooching by us here.
I don't know if we can get a shot of them still. The Dragonfly Foundation just coming by us here, but wow, what a great organization that is, helping kids with cancer. And they were in this cute little buggy where they were like
they were
a
having
train.
a blast,
yeah, look at that. More fire trucks, because we need more fire trucks in our parades. We absolutely do.
Well, you can't have a parade without fire trucks. Although I haven't seen any Shriners. Normally, you equate a parade with Shriners in their little cars.
But this actually, this fire truck you're seeing from Stone Lick, this yellow one, that was they are part of the Dragonfly Foundation.
And all the signatures you see on there are actual, patients, people who've been involved with the organization.
And it's so great to see what they do all the time for all the kids that are part of that. I know Marty Brennaman takes a big shine to that organization, shaved his head off for it, made him look 100% better. He knows that, by the way.
We mentioned this is a shorter parade than we've seen in the past because of probably the uncertainty. We got the lockout and everything. But I'll bet you next year you're going to see a larger parade, and this thing is even going to be bigger and better than ever. And even though it's been great today.
You just are seeing the Christ Hospital All-Star team, what they're calling themselves the All-Star team. Round of applause for the Christ Hospital and all those hospital and frontline workers who had to deal with what we've all been dealing with over the past couple of years with this COVID pandemic, and they dealt with it, of course, in a much more personal way, in a way that was, we may have had to wear a mask, we may have had to stay away from people, but they had to deal with patients and caregiving
true heroes
every
on the
single
front
day.
line. They had to deal with the loss of family members and such, and doing so just on iPads and virtually. A lot of that in-person contact, obviously, they weren't allowed to do.
That's right. So thank you to all of them as they come running by our cameras here. Oh, you talked about the Shriners. There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Just in time to save the day.
Syrian Cincinnati Shriners are here.
It's always great to see the Shriners show up. So what we got to tell you guys is there was a reason that there was a big delay with this parade and everyone thought it was over, was because there was a medical emergency on the route. We don't have any details right now, but our producer Allison is working on getting us that information, but she was trying to let us know. Thank you to Shriners Hospital for Children for coming by here, but there was a bit of a medical emergency of some sort, so that's why there was this gigantic gap in this parade, which made us all, fooled us all.
We thought it was over. You look behind us here, actually, and you can see on Race Street, though, that there are a number of people still here along the parade route. Of course, some of the people surprised when the parade caught up with them as they were walking down toward the.
So.
Well, some of them are coming back, or they probably moved down. They said, "Well, we're going to catch up with them here."
Yeah, we've got the clowns from the Shriners.
And there's a shot, actually, a live shot of the medical emergency taking place. So that's what delayed this parade today.
Yeah, it sure did. And so hopefully that situation up there, everything is okay. I see a gurney right there being brought out by the Cincinnati fire department and their ambulance and EMTs there. So hopefully everything's okay. But we did want to bring you up to date on that, because even here, we were all thinking, wow, this is, usually we sign off at 2 o'clock and there's still more parade coming. It's the endless parade. And we're like, wow, it's really over?
Not only that, were we ready to sign off, they were cleaning up the route.
We had street cleaners coming by.
So they didn't know either.
No, they did not. No, they did not. There's been so many incredibly strange things that have happened on opening day. Very sad. We're talking about a medical emergency. We hope that there's nothing like what I'm about to talk about going on. But, of course, John Popovich, you will remember the year that on opening day, the umpire unfortunately died.
John McSherry. Yeah. And just right in the first inning turned and then collapsed. They did everything they could to revive him. They weren't able to do so. And he was a beloved umpire. He was here a long time. He had been through Major League Baseball. All the other umpires knew him really well. And it was a very sad moment.
It sure was. We got some dancers coming our way. We're going to keep that picture up for you. But we're going to go to Caleb, who is at Great American Ballpark. Caleb.
Hey guys, I just told you within the last hour that it had kind of started to fill in here outside the ballpark. We heard from some fans who were trying to be the first in line and the first in the ballpark. But I want you to take a look at what it looks like now. I mean, within the last 15 minutes or so, it has really started to fill in here outside the ballpark. Look how long this line is trying to get in the stadium. The gates are about, 25 minutes or so from opening at this point. I got my new friend, Matt and Dominic here. Dominic, how excited are you for the Reds game today? What are you excited to see? You excited to see the Reds win today?
So yeah.
Now,
and he's excited to see his Bengals players, buddies out here too.
So one thing that we talked about earlier in the show was kind of the solidarity right now between the Reds and the Bengals, and the fact that Joe Burrow is throwing out the first pitch. We're going to see Jamar Chase. We're going to see Zach Taylor out there today. Matt, let's see what you've got on under your Reds jersey today.
Yeah, so we had to represent both ways today. Huge Bengals fan, huge Reds fan. So he's
I'll help you out a little bit if you need. Okay, so we got a Joe Burrow jersey there. So we got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase jerseys under our red shirts here. That is pretty cool to see. Matt, real quick here before we toss it back, what are you most excited about today?
Just the whole atmosphere down here. This is his first opening day, so it's a blessing to be able to get him down here and experience this with me at this age now, where he's finally able to grasp what's going on. So
how old is he?
He's 4 now.
4 years old and ready for opening day, guys. We'll send it back to you just a few minutes now until these gates open, until these fans start to flood into Great American Ballpark.
All right, Thanks, Caleb. Quintessential Cincinnati treat, Gleer's Get 'Em. It just came running by us.
A few years back, they were actually tossing some of it out to the crowd.
If someone wants to fry some Get up for me, I'm game. I love Get.
We also used to take our deer meat there, and they made
Your
summer
deer
sausage. Oh my gosh, Pete Delkus, our old weather guy, got me going on that one, and they made a fantastic summer sausage.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. All right, see, I'd never heard that before. You learned something new.
I'm getting hungry.
I'm getting ready. Can you smell the wafting of the hot dogs, the caramel corn?
The slow roar of the crowd as they fill in. I mean, there's just so much. I don't know. There's just something about it.
Peanuts.
Yeah. And I thought that what we've been through over the last 2 years, all of us have been through, to be able to see this, to see the atmosphere, people out here having a good time, a parade taking place, a baseball game people are able to go to. You don't have cardboard cutouts.
Woo!
Another sign
that is not a train, folks. That is a Peterbilt.
That right is. It's just nice to get back to normal.
It sure is. But by the way, check this out. This is from Peterbilt with Cincinnati. We got a band playing for
Kevin
us
McCoy band on stage there.
Hi, Mom. Yeah, hold the signs up. How fun is this?
It is a party today, and I think you're right, Papo. I think, we have just spent so much time here waiting for the normal life to come back.
Yeah. So we talked about Crosley Field.
Oh, yeah.
There's the bus from to Crosley Field, and I bet you Steve Raleigh is on it. Steve.
Burling. Bob, how are you? Bob, tell me about this bus. How old is it? Give me a couple of facts.
Well, this is 1957 City Transit bus. Same type Rosa Parks rode on. Just a little newer model, but exact same bus in that respect. And it was built in 1957.
1957. Now, the Historical Association, why the bus? Where can we come see things like this?
Well, this is the Cincinnati Transit Historical Association. We're a small group of guys that got together, people from Metro, people who like buses and things of that nature. Okay. What? The bus knows where it's going. It's done this for years.
Just checking, that's all. Listen, I don't want to distract Bob anymore, and the good folks are here as well. But we're here inside the bus, and we're toward the end of the parade here. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, Steve, actually, we are at the end, finally. This time, we mean it. We are at the
Here
end
come the police
of the
to
parade.
say,
Yeah, the police are
all
ending up the end of it here. No sweeping by them, like the old school, like sweeping up the elephants, back in the day.
Yeah. So I guess we should do some final thoughts. John Popovich, let's start with you because really, truly, opening day without you, I couldn't imagine it, and I'm so happy that we could grab you out of.
I'm just glad I was included. I've been sitting home in my shorts watching you guys. So this is so much fun. But it's a new season. It's just like springs and the flowers are blooming and you hear the birds singing and it's baseball being played. And the beautiful thing about Cincinnati, it's not just baseball. It's a parade that goes with it and leads up to a big day. No other city has this.
No.
Nobody else. Cincinnati, though, loves its parades. We have parades for a lot of things, but this one is really one of its most dynamic parades. It's still kind of a small town parade, but it's a blast. I love it.
Did you have a favorite entry today?
I like that bus. That reminds me.
Crosley bus?
That reminds me of, it was a 57, he said. So for the next 13 years, a bus like that was still taking kids. They were getting a transfer and they were going to Crosley Field, going to the game, maybe sneaking in, doing things, or taking a streetcar down. It really reminds you of the old days and how this all got started.
I love it. I loved how you talked to Greg Rhodes about how they used to take the streetcar to try to drum up business and get people to go around it.
Right, and even back in the day, you didn't keep a foul ball. That was given away to collected and given over to the troops overseas who were serving, so they could actually play baseball. There were a number of things. Gas rationing. Spring training, they weren't allowed to travel south of the Ohio River or west of the Mississippi. All the teams had to stay over on this part of the country in order to practice for the season. Of course, they had fewer teams back then.
So your favorite thought on this parade?
It's just great to see the smiling faces. that togetherness again, this community coming together?
You know what? That's what I was thinking is I love spring. I love the renewal. I love the promise of baseball season and what it means. But I also love that we had to take a 2-year break, folks.
Yeah.
And it has been such a joy to be with you again to bring you Reds opening day, the parade. It is back. The Reds are back in town.
We're back, baby.
We could be world champions by fall. And, you know, we got Joe Burrow throwing out the first pitch. Life is good.
Tom Boswell, the Washington Post writer, once wrote a book, Time Begins on Opening Day. And I always thought that was a great way of doing it because the time of season we love begins on opening day.
And if we can mention here the medical emergency, just getting an update here, we are told that the individual appears to be conscious. We're going to continue to get some more details on exactly what happened there. The individual is on the gurney in the ambulance and being taken for medical care. So we'll get the latest on that, bring that to you for tonight, WCPO 9 News at 4.
All right. Good night, everyone. Goodbye. We'll see you later.
Aren't you so glad it's back, you guys?
Oh my gosh, it's so nice to be normal.
Taxi! Hi, kids. How are you? Hey!
This parade is special. This parade's what it's all about.
What makes Cincinnati special is our tradition and our history and our past.
Rosie! You gotta be happy! Oh, I love having fun with the crowd. That's the best part of this whole thing.
1, 2, 3!
Go Reds! Guys, give me some! Give me some! Yeah! Yeah! And a 1, and a here, and a there, and a kid club game.
Let's have a barrel of fun.
We love our city, we love our Reds, and we love you.
It's a national holiday, opening day. It's the best day in Cincinnati.